Akademiks getting pressed 2 times. This nigga got pressed by the weekend security, and then he turned around and got pressed by Dave Free at the Kendrick show that he decided to finally go to. Hold on. Did I put this shit in my Cause I watched the video about him getting pressed at the weekend show, but not the Kendrick show. See if I put this shit. Hold on. Akademiks pressed. Okay, that's Dave Free one. Where's the one about the weekend? Hold on. We'll find that one. But here go the one by Dave Free. Cause I need this. I hadn't watched this. I specifically waited to watch so I could react to this shit on goddamn stream about this nigga getting pulled up on by Dave Free. And I wanted to hear his ass goddamn cap. Cause what the hell is going on with this here? I wanted to hear his ass cap because you know you're gonna get on here lying.
In the middle of it. He does even the first part of that too. He does the squabble up. Reincarnated. Woke up, nigga got a broccoli, and that's another thing I gotta say. When people say, why do I go to the concert? Brother, this is my, like, again, just like, and I told Dave Free, because Dave Free was mad.
You went because you're a secret Kendrick fan, nigga.
Passionate. Like, I seen, like, his eyes was, like, almost watering. I don't, like, not like he cried, but, like, he seemed passionate when he was talking to me about, like, some of the lines that may have been crossed. This is my job, gang, okay? I don't know these niggas, and I don't take it that personal, okay? Ain't one of these niggas ever put hands on me. They have said shit about me, and y'all know I'm capable of saying shit about them. So I don't take it that personal. Them niggas clearly have taken it very personal, and I could understand. But Drake has taken it personal too. And I'll get into those conversations. But, yeah, I went to the concert because I think this is going to be one of the biggest and most historic concerts of our lifetime. So I was glad to go. So, again, just reviewing it. Starts out hot. SZA comes on. Now, and I try to tell people I'm biased. I'm a little biased with the SZA music. I don't know. I know 3 of her songs. Every time I meet a woman, they love SZA. Like, they love SZA. So, me judging her parts of the show is probably biased because I was mostly looking at the crowd to see who's singing along. I didn't know the songs, right? Her first set, though, I seen good reaction to it. Then they basically just alternate. Kendrick comes back out again, does some more shit. But this time he does a little bit different because he's also like spacing it up, and it's not just high tempo. I love the first part because it was high tempo. It was a damn near sing along. It felt like you were in a party, right? But then he slows it down. He's kind of doing more cuts type records. He's doing different versions of records where it's like, you know, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe feels like it's a build-up and an interpolation with some other shit, but it's only meant for the performance. You've never heard this version before. I think the same with Swimming Pools, probably. And even when they do Mad City, was it Mad City or I think it's Mad City. Either that or Backstreet Freestyle. Like, it's not the normal. No, I think it's Mad City. It's a melody type of joint, okay? So, yeah, all that happens. And, yeah, they kind of switch. And as I said, I'm watching. There is some dull moments, but there's always moments that everybody's, like, into it. So it's like an up and down type of thing. You know, I might also have unrealistic expectations. I just went to the Weeknd concert. I'm a huge Weeknd fan musically, even though I didn't know some of his songs, because some of the pop stuff, like, I don't know. But I listened to the entire stadium sing their hearts out for the entire show. And maybe that's my fault to think that's the sign of a really good concert. Right?
What you trying to say?
What I came away with is that I think Dot has new audience that don't know everything. There were certain pockets that turned up for certain shit. When he brought it back to Good Kid, Mad City, I could see that's the core fans. They've been rocking with it for 10 years. I could see a lot of white young kids, they're GNXers. When GNX came on, that's when they're getting into it with their friends. They probably heard a lot of that from TikTok, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Then you had, of course, those international songs like when he
This nigga Cap. I watched this show 103 times, and every single time I watched it, they got hype off of Family Ties. That ain't super new. They got hype off of DNA. Humble. Man, come on, man. What is this nigga talking about? What is he talking about? These niggas talking out of their necks.
when he does stuff off Damn. That's his biggest album currently.
Poetic Justice, man. Them hoes was in there going up. What? In Toronto. 2 nights in a row.
The diss songs went up. You get what I'm saying? Euphoria, all of that. Yeah, I spoke with 2, I guess, first of all, there was 2 ways I could have done this. I could have just went there and, I mean, people saw me, but I could have just not made an announcement where I was at, but nigga, I learned this from Kendrick. You got to pop out a show, nigga. So, of course, you know, I was recording from instantly. I wasn't even doing I could have done the 6ix9ine. Let's take the video, leave, and post it. Y'all know I could have did that. Y'all know I could have well aware did that. I could have wore a shiesty, everything. Nigga, I wore my chat nigga jacket, nothing bigger, all the chains. Nigga, I'm not hiding from nothing. You feel what I'm saying? My man got the suite, we in this bitch.
What that's supposed to mean, though? What you trying to prove? Who you trying to prove it to? Do y'all hear what this nigga saying? Yeah, nigga, I could have hid my face. I could have did the 6ix9ine. Nigga went up in there and made a video leave real quick. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm a real nigga. I'm a gangster. What you mean? I want my jacket, nigga. I want my chains, nigga. I ain't worried about nobody. Boy, don't nobody believe you. Don't nobody believe you. You need more people.
Nothing bigger, all the chains. Nigga, I'm not hiding from nothing. You feel what I'm saying? My man got the suite, we in this bitch. I spoke to 2 TD people. I think they're both managers. One was Anthony Sala. He came over. Basically, they were both kind of speaking about the same thing, which I actually believe, you know, I think maybe the media has a little bit to play into this, but I think both of them, both Drake and Kendrick, have radicalized fans. His objection, he said, yo, some of this stuff on social media and some of the conversation, the shit is over. It's gone too far and getting too far. They're bringing up people's wives, people's kids, and people that are people who are not public figures. Say anything about Dot. It's whatever. But there's other people getting dragged into this that's not public figures. Now, I agree. This battle is over. It's old. But what I can't agree with when it comes to them having that demeanor, both of y'all are complicit. And that's why I even suggested, well, I ain't saying y'all got to patch it up with Drake, because I don't think he want to patch it up with y'all neither. But y'all should probably try to because most of this is coming from charged up fan groups or audiences that are super fans of both people. So if y'all say y'all don't want people to talk about y'all wives and y'all this, well, y'all got to realize where this came from. Y'all called a man a pedophile. He said your son or Kendrick's son wasn't his. Then y'all said he got a daughter, which nobody found. Y'all brought it there first. Y'all can't get on the fans.
No. He said y'all brought it there first. What is he? What? I know he didn't get in them niggas' face. Act lying. I'm calling Cap. I'm calling Kaepernick. I'm calling Kaepernick Lenny lying. Wait, I don't quite remember the exact order of the way things happened in the battle, but I think that Drake went personal first. And then Kendrick said, if you take it there, I'm taking it further, and that's something you don't want to do. And then Drake doubled down, and then Kendrick whooped his ass. I'm confused.
He got a daughter, which nobody found. Y'all brought it there first. Y'all can't get on the fans. Now, granted, I think what he's saying, and I agree with, the fans need to let this shit go. And he's talking about radical fans, just like still posting about what, still posting, I don't know, some of these guys' family members, but still posting them, still talking about them in whatever derogative light. That's the stuff that, they're like, because I guess, these people have probably seen it and they're like, damn, I'm not a public figure. I can't defend myself. Makes sense. But it is both ways. And I tried to let them know it is both ways.
How?
This isn't something where it's only a certain group of people doing it. This is where the battle, or obviously the battle is over, this is where it's at. So if that, I said the divisiveness in
Is the battle over, though?
hip-hop, if that still bothers y'all, that should subside on both sides. We'll see. He comes into my suite, comes in dolo. Me and him, we chopping it up. I get a drink. I was drinking. Me and him, we chopping it up. And it's the first time talking to him, very reasonable guy. Let me say this, very reasonable guy. His conversation went from there because, again, I told him, I said, yo, this is both ways. Yo, put it like this. I don't see nobody who doxes people more than K-Bots. And here's the thing. When Drake fans do things, they look at Drake to say he's almost orchestrating this. That's how people look at it when Kendrick fans do things. Oh, that's what y'all orchestrate. That's what I'm saying. Most of this shit is fan shit at this point. So cool. Me and him, we were chopping it up. And in, speaking about, obviously he's going forward, this and third. He also mentions, because at first, when he first walks up, he says, he says, bro, why did you let that kid come on your stream? He lied on me.
A gentle formula is comforting, especially one designed to help ease.
Man, I'm already not believing this bullshit. You telling me that niggas roll up on you and you said y'all did it first? And that's not what happened? And niggas rolled with that?
And he was saying in a way like, yo, bro, you letting Drake run plays to put people on your stream. Now, I have to correct that, and I'm going to stand on this. I won't give up any names. But the person who came on to talk about botted streams, go find the kid, and y'all can find out. Again, I don't want to give up people's names. This was not from Aubrey Drake Graham. That was not from him. That was not from OVO. That's from people who in and around work with Dot. I'll say that. I'm not saying this as innuendo. I'm saying this as facts. I'm not saying that these people work directly, but that's their orbit. That's very important to say. So I said to Mr. Saleh, right? Brother, I get, what I've realized is that there's a lot of emotions. I don't have no emotions to this shit like this. I could still bump Euphoria. I don't give a fuck. I had the most successful year in hip hop that I've ever had. I don't care like that. They do. I could tell he was, I won't use that word, the E word. He was, let's say, passionate. And I said to him, I run a media outlet. When someone brings me that info, we are going to run it. Just like someone came to me and said, Drake scammed me. If I was operating as Drake's little tool or whatever, pawn, I wouldn't have Julian up here trying to explain how he felt top 5 and Drake scammed him out of millions. So the point is, what I told him is that that's how media works, brother. I get y'all are involved with this guy or back and forth, and you're viewing anything that comes out about you to think it's directed from there, but I could tell you it's not. And I've ran things that doesn't make Drake look in a good light. And Drake, he has to know by now, you know who Ak is. I remember telling that to Dave Free. I said, Dave Free, I've been doing this shit way before I covered y'all. I did it back to War in Chirac days, brother. So when you talk about how I view things or how I present things, this ain't nothing I started yesterday. I've been doing me the same way. Okay. So I talked to Mr. Sala and
Wait, I hear some cap in here. So you telling me that you basic, because he, in so many words, he's saying he stood on business. He's just not saying it in that way. No, I've been doing what I've been doing way before you niggas.
that comes out about you to think
Like what you mean? I done posted bad shit about Drake. So what you talking about? This what I do. So
that's how media works, brother. I get y'all are involved with this guy or back and forth, and you're viewing anything that comes out about you to think it's directed from there, but I could tell you it's not. And I've ran things that doesn't make Drake look in a good light. And Drake, he has to know by now, you know who Ak is. I remember telling that to Dave Free. I said, Dave Free, I've been doing this shit way before I covered y'all. I did it back to War in Chirac days, brother. So when you talk about how I view things or how I present things, this ain't nothing I started yesterday. I've been doing me the same way.
You didn't say it like that.
So I talked
though.
to Mr. Sala.
If
And,
you
he
said
gave me
it,
some
you didn't say it like that. Now, I'm not trying to say act pussy or nothing like that. I don't know him. But I just don't, yeah.
info. I think I can say all this shit. This shit shouldn't be private. So he told me, which, again, these are allegations, but I'll tell you what he told me. He said, Ak, here's the thing. The reason why even I had to come over here and holler at you, dog, that dude who said that shit, he's lying. I never paid for no bodied things. I said, well, he sent a screenshot, whatever. I said, maybe he's lying. I don't know. But that's what the kid said. He said, well, that shit has got me in a federal lawsuit now. So what are you talking about? He said, they subpoenaed my phone for Drake's lawsuit. They took it. That is bothersome.
What? And your homeboy needs subpoena? The predator moving flocks? What? So basically, Akademiks, because of some shit you did, you got Dave Free's phone subpoenaed in Drake's lawsuit.
Dog.
Why is that not in the blogs? Why is nobody talking about that?
Again, these are allegations, but I'll tell you what he
That's
told
what
me.
he's saying. The fact that he brought this dude on his stream and he said that Dave Free paid him for bots and shit like that. Drake and them put it in the lawsuit. Yeah, this what happened, and this what the guy said on Akademiks stream. And they subpoenaed Dave Free phone.
He said, Ak, here's the thing. The reason why even I had to come over here and holler at you, dog, that dude who said that shit, he's lying. I never paid for no bodied things. I said, well, he sent a screenshot, whatever. I said, maybe he's lying. I don't know. But that's what the kid said. He said, well, that shit has got me in a federal lawsuit now. So what are you talking about? He said, they subpoenaed my phone for Drake's lawsuit. They took it. That is bothersome.
Damn.
Again, that ain't, again, that is something that probably is very annoying, but hey. Now,
ain't no. People call Vlad the police all the time. Vlad ain't got nobody locked up. He ain't got nobody subpoenaed. None of that shit. You telling me that you brought somebody on your stream that made accusations that led to a man being put in a federal indictment?
Ain't no way. Ain't no
And you just like whatever?
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Dog, I don't promote the violence, but I might have hit you in the face right then. Nah, ain't no, linen line. See, he's saying this on the stream. He don't plan on seeing Dave free no more. I promise you, you not telling me that this man told you in your face, nigga, you got me put in a goddamn indictment, you son of a bitch, and you went, well, I'm gonna hit you right then, dog.
Dog, that dude who said that shit, he's lying. I never paid for no botted things. I said, well, he sent the screenshot, whatever. I said, maybe he's lying. I don't know. But that's what the kid said. He said, well, that shit has got me in a federal lawsuit now. So what are you talking about? He said, they subpoenaed my phone for Drake's lawsuit. They took it. That is bothersome. Again, that ain't, you know, again, that is something that probably is very annoying. But, hey. Now, y'all know my demeanor towards Drake's lawsuit. I don't think it will wholly be successful at the end. But then I get a little bit more info. And again, this is why this is why you gotta pop out and show niggas. Because this is where
Shut your ass up with that goddamn saying.
I get, you know, Kendrick's team never talked to me. They stopped talking to me as soon as the bell starts. They stopped, like, there used to be some communication. The guy named Kojo, me and Kojo did mad business together. Kojo hasn't said a word to me in English language since it is what it is. So here's the thing. Oh, now I remember.
Yeah, remember your lies, nigga.
Now I remember because I was having a conversation with them. And if you're hearing this, because when we were speaking directly, face to face, Mr. Dayfree, when I reference to 2022, and I said, because he said, why didn't you hit us up if you're coming today? And I said, brother, why would I hit y'all up if y'all haven't talked to me in years that y'all could line me up? I'd rather catch y'all as a surprise, even though that's not my energy. But I'd rather y'all not be prepared for me. Anyway, so he says, yo, remember in 2022 at the Mr. Morale tour, I was standing right next to you. Like, I showed you a lot of hospitality. I said, you did. He also said, which was a confusing thing, he said, I didn't even know how you got to there. And I was like, huh? I said, brother, back then, I didn't really go to concerts like that.
Hold on.
Savings
Chad.
are always on the menu.
Hold on. This nigga lying his ass off. No, you're not like that, Act. You're not like that.
Y'all invited me. And he was like, nah, we never invited you. No, my memory has recollected. I was invited, and you could do the homework on this. 2022 by Kojo. Me and Kojo have done many business together. #1 digital guy, #1 blogger. We've ran it up. Don't you worry. He works for y'all exclusively now. Ask him, did you give Act tickets to Kendrick's concert? He works for y'all now. So if you're wondering, I didn't remember in the moment because I'm like, no, it came from y'all. But he was working for y'all, and he gave me tickets that time, okay? Anyway. Oh, I'm still with Mr. Salem. So what he says to me.
This nigga Dave Free say fam, you remember that time you was there the first time I was standing right next to you? Nigga, you wasn't supposed to be that in. I don't even know how you got there, nigga. We ain't never fuck with you.
And this is all news to me, and you got to take it with a grain of salt because, again...
That's what I'm taking from this. We ain't never fuck with you, dog. How did you even get there then?
As we've seized communication, it's the first time I'm hearing these things. It's the first time I'm hearing that they took this guy's phone because now they're looking for these allegations of botting. I didn't know. They don't put this info out anywhere, so I could only find out when I pop up. Cool. Which, by the way, he claims he's never bought it. So they will find that out. Also, he made a point that I actually agree with a bit. He said, I'm surprised Drake is doing the corny shit of suing because the same way he don't talk to his label, we don't talk to our label. We just pop up and turn our album in. So how the hell could we be in cahoots with UMG for anything? Okay. So we're continuing to talk because, again, no. This is when, what's the name of that song? Euphoria drops. And I told him.
Get the likes up for me, chat. Get the likes up for me, please.
Give me one, because we're sitting right next to each other. I said, give me 1 second, sir. I got to go watch Euphoria. I like Euphoria as a song. So I got to go turn to Euphoria. I did that. Got some more drinks. He comes back over. Now we're talking again. So he says to me, he says,
lie.
because I was like, yo, even with you being put into this battle, Drake posted you, right? Like, why are you upset if other people have mentioned you when the two main people dragged other people into it? Well, he said Drake posted me because Drake know me. Now, I don't know what that means. He said, know me. Apparently he's from Toronto too. I don't know. But then he said, here's the thing. He said, you should, and this is what I don't know. And I'm going to ask Drake. I'm like, Drake, is this true? He says, you should have heard this nigga Drake, what he was saying to us before we whipped his ass. This is what he told me. I said, what do you mean? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I never really knew Drake speaking to anybody. Like, Drake has told me he hasn't spoken to Dot directly, but I didn't know about if he spoke to anybody else in and around Dot. Anthony Saleh, he confirms to me, yes, Drake was sending me voice notes talking crazy, like he's a mob boss. That's what he says. He says Drake is saying to him, Drake is saying shit like, yo, I'm gonna done you, like just talking crazy, like, yo, you niggas is watch, yo, you got like you guys think you could finish me, crazy.
I believe that.
Then they're like, then we drop the bomb, right? Cool. Not like us, they're talking. All right. Then he gives me some more insight, and I ain't gonna lie to you, this was worth going to the concert for this insight. I live off insight like this. He says, that Pusha T shit is real. He says the only problem is people think that happened recently. That didn't happen recently. He said if it was recently, UMG would let Pusha say whatever you want to say or do what he want to do. Why? Right now, UMG and Drake, their relationship might be irreparably broken because of the lawsuit. They're going at it. So they're not trying to spare his feelings anymore. But you told me. Not Like Us dropped last May. He said around June, July, because Drake supposedly approached UMG saying, yo, there's just a shooting at my house. These niggas got my house, which another thing, which again, one point kind of counteracts the other. They say this shit going too far. I'm like, I can see how a nigga might think y'all went too far. Your cover art of the biggest song is his house with pedophilia pinpoints. But whatever. So he said Drake complained to UMG, because remember there was a shooting at the crib. And UMG asked Kendrick's team, could you remove the cover art? We need you to take the cover art down. It got his house on it. We want you to take that down. From what I heard, they stood 10 toes down to say, if we do that, the whole song should come down. We're not changing shit. UMG, who clearly is in it for the bread, is like,
do yourself a
oh,
favor,
shit.
pay less power and pay.
Hey, that makes sense. You gonna make me change my cover art? I'm taking the whole song down then, bitch. Oh, no, I done messed up, chat. Hold on. God dang.
Like, yo, I'm gonna done you. So they're not trying to spare his feelings anymore. But
here we go. I'm right back there.
Because Drake supposedly approached UMG saying, yo, there's just a shooting at my house. Art of the biggest song is his house with pedophilia pinpoints. But whatever. So he said Drake complained to UMG, because remember there was a shooting at the crib. Heard they stood 10 toes down to say,
Here we go. Here we go.
is in it for the bread. It's like, keep that shit up. Nah, they ain't say that, but like, basically they just allowed it, right? Cool. However, while all of this is brewing, apparently that's when the Pusha T thing happens.
What happened with Push?
And that's when UMG, who is really at that point on a rocky relationship with Drake, they're trying to salvage the relationship. They tell Pusha, hey, right now, you can't drop nothing dissing the guy. We're trying to work on our relationship with them. Could you change this? Could you change that? Now, I'll be honest. He didn't say Drake instructed them to do this. He said they were trying to save a relationship with Drake, the label. So they were being extra sensitive about things that could piss the guy who I guess he was gearing up to sue.
Oh, the whole thing about Pusha T getting out his deal with the label.
Okay? All right, I'll speed through the story a little bit.
Please do.
Yeah, pretty good conversation with Anthony Silla. Seems like a pretty good dude, pretty smart. He's a business guy. Then Dave Free comes over. And Dave Free, he's like, yo, hey, let me talk to you for a second, bro. We go talk. And we get into that we've met each other, it was whatever, cool. And his point subsequently ended at this, his point of interest or point of conversation subsequently ended with exactly what Anthony said. But at first he was kind of like, I felt like he was almost asking me like, yo, bro, like, why are you doing us like that? And I was just like, what do you mean? And I was asking him, I'm like, yo, you do understand I've been doing this for a long time. You understand my POV was going to lie a certain way. What do you mean? Get to a point where eventually he even says, like, bro, how much is he paying you for this? And I'm so stupid. In the moment, I'm thinking, wait, you think Drake paid me to come here? What the fuck? So I think I said, nigga, nobody knows I'm coming here. Even Drake, nigga, what the fuck? Like, what you think Drake would pay me to go to a concert? What the fuck? No, then he said, no. I'm like, pay you for like.
Oh, shit, Chad. Hold on. We finna get back to the shit now.
For like all of this shit that you're saying. And I'm like, huh? He's like, bro, like, I want to know what you're getting from this. And that's who I think he's a smart businessman. But that's when I was just like, wait, they thought Drake bought me? I've never been more insulted in my life. Chad. Nevertheless.
Well, I mean, you are Jamaican, bro.
I told him.
They known for having multiple jobs. They known for being about that money.
I said, brother, let me just be honest with you. Most of the people I've supported the most in hip-hop, they've never given me a dime, including Drake. That's not how it works. I say, I'm in media. And I said, this is the reason why you do your thing. You do a great job managing, whatever. I'm in media. My job is not to extort artists. We make like, and you know I'd be offended by when people say that, brother. Do I look broke? Like, nigga, when y'all see me, I'm dripping in diamonds. Like, I got the cars. What the fuck? Why do y'all think a rapper could buy me? I shit on rappers. Not saying I can shit on Dot or Drake when it comes to nigga. 99% of these rappers don't got what I got. That is so insulting to me. I know how big I get. So I'm like, what?
Everybody got a price.
Please don't insult me like that. So I explained to him I've been doing this for a long time, for a very long time, and the idea that I could be paid to say or think or move like is absolutely ludicrous. What I did explain to him, though, my platform, it benefits us every time we're the center of everything. And he mentioned, Dot mentioned you. Dot could have went crazy. He didn't go crazy. And I said, I know. I pointed that out many times. But the idea that I'm getting paid by either side, and by the way, I'm not insinuating that's how they move or that's how they operate with people in the media. I'm not saying that. But I just have to speak for me. I tell them, as long as my platform is in the mix of everything, I always win. Win, lose, or draw. I always win.
And I get that. But why your platform got to be in the mix, continuously bashing one side over the other?
Other than that, the biggest winner of the battle was Big Ack. I don't know what y'all think. So the point is, I had to let him know. I hope that's not what you think is happening. He seems like he understood, and then that's when he went into Anthony Sala's point, which was, he had one direct question for me. He said, Ack, he said the only reason I came to talk to you because I wanted to know how personal, and this is when I realized I'm like, some of the shit that Drake said about this guy, and some of the narratives that's continued, it's affected him. And I understand why.
Nigga, you said that I smashed my partner baby moms and that's my kid. What you mean?
Some of the shit that Drake said about this guy, and some of the narratives that's continued, it's affected him. And I understand why, because these are hurtful things that could affect anybody else. People have said things about me that hurt my feelings as well. He said, I wanted to know, is this just content? Or is this something that you're carrying personally? And I was kind of like confused because I said to him, wait, are you asking if I'm here to slide for Drake? Like I didn't say that directly, but
I
that's
bet your ass didn't.
Thought. Are you asking that's what is happening here? But he was really interested to know how personal all of this back and forth is to me.
Because if it was personal, your ass finna get packed out, buddy.
Because he said, if it's personal to me, he made it clear it's personal to him. Well, we could get at it.
Oh,
we got a bunch of
I predicted that motherfucking shit. I ain't seen this. I knew it. Because if it's personal, we can get it. We can get it bracken blood.
Because he said, if it's personal to me, he made it clear it's personal to him. Well, we could get at it. And we got a bunch of people, left, right, and center, him and I both, we could get to it. And I said to the brother, and again, I'm watching him, and his eyes, I'll say the eyes. It reeks of passion, and I understand why.
Yeah.
I said to him, do you think that if it was that personal to me and it was smoke, I would come to your concert? What do you think?
Some people stupid like that. Try to prove a point.
If I care that much about whatever you and Drake got, that I said if I see one of y'all niggas, something's gonna happen, why would I come to the belly of the beast?
Yes, if you're just tuning in and you would like to see footage from the performance tonight, I have the whole stream. You can go right over here to my channel, and you will see on my page my past live streams. Unk on that ass, day 2 of Drake's Repass, right there. That's the whole show, right there. I got day 1 and day 2.
I never said he was crying, but looking him eye to eye, he was passionate as a motherfucker about these things he was speaking about. Again,
No, you being slick because you mentioned a few times his eyes and how watery they were, and he was passionate. In the beginning, you said you didn't want to say the E word because you didn't want to call him emotional.
I never said he was crying, but looking him eye to eye, he was
ducked the fade, nigga, just to call it what it is.
Passionate as a motherfucker about these things he was speaking about. Again, he landed on the point of there are a lot of things that have continued post-battle that is ultimately hurtful. Narratives, criticisms about people who aren't necessarily public figure. They mention criticisms about certain women that
Act was about to get his ass packed. He said he had people with him. Dave Free probably would have gave him the one-on-one fade. You don't got to pack Act out.
definitely affects them. And I agreed. And I said to him, it feels like, and he knows I said this. By the way, there was a guy, because I guess when Anthony Salad came over, and he had a couple guys with him, and it was about even. I think they doubled back, and they were like, yo, bring two more, and then bring a nigga to record. I don't know. There was another nigga, he's over there like this. He's over there like this.
They got
and I'm
footage?
like, there's no need to record me. I tell the whole story, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. You can't record me. There's no need to record me. I'm the recording. I go tell the story. I always tell the story. Like, there's nothing where like you put the video up like, that's not what happened. No. So, and I only noticed it because my guy afterwards, and I peeped the whole surrounding, he's like this the whole time. But really, you could hear the conversation. So, PG Lang got the conversation.
He was like that. So just in case you had acted like you wanted some smoke, Dave Free would go put you on your ass and they was going to record it.
Conversation somewhere. And if anything I'm saying does not reflect the actual reality of the conversation we're having, they have it recorded. They could absolutely put it out. So this guy recording is kind of being like, again, if I'm saying anything that doesn't match the spirit, the energy, the words, the verbiage, the entire totality of the conversation, I give them permission. They can put it out, please. So, what else did he say? Yeah, so I said to him, I feel like some of the stuff that you're saying to me is misguided because you can't say it to him. And I'm saying him I was referring to Drake, which he somewhat conceded to, saying, yeah, that's why also my energy is chill. And by the way, his energy was chill. My energy was chill. No, everybody was chill. I'm like, let's not act, everybody was chill. He says, yeah, like, if I came out here tripping, it would be like I'm doing something or trying to do something to somebody when I really mean for it to be over there. And I said, yeah, I would agree. All in all, again, the final and main question was, is this personal or is this content and business? And I'm sorry, I've never met Drake. I'm sorry. I met Dot one time before he was famous. Brother, there's nobody bigger than the chat. I'm running my shit over here, okay? So whatever y'all call him, what I want to say to both sides, and again, I love Drake. Drake's my man. Like, I love Drake, but like, again, I'm not a Drake killer. I'm not top 5. My assessment of this whole thing, I think both sides need to take accountability. Yes, fans and media do have some accountability to take.
Drake started this. Take accountability for what? Drop.
But y'all can't say why this shit get to this level when y'all kicked it off by saying this man fucks kids.
Get the likes up for me, chat, and that's a damn lie. That's not how they kicked it off. This nigga's lying. I hit the wrong button.
Y'all kicked it off by saying this man fucks kids. Then he also says, well, your kid ain't yours. Both of those are out of bounds. Both of those are out of bounds. But I've told y'all, This is the beef. This is the beef.
But that's bullshit when you say it out of order like that, because that's not the order it happened in. The order matters.
Where if somebody got clipped, I wouldn't be surprised. They're talking hot. So I guess I'll leave it at this. Y'all going to Toronto in 2 days. They over there. They over there. Y'all got to go talk to them.
And
Don't
didn't
talk
do
to
shit.
me.
Nobody did shit.
Don't y'all say Drake don't even do a stream with me. Come on now. Y'all can't talk to me about that. Y'all know where Drake at? Drake know where y'all at? Other than that, man, just keep making y'all money. And by the way, here's the thing. The demeanor was not a demeanor of the winners last night. It wasn't. The performance was. Not the demeanor of anybody else. I do social media, so I know once you open Pandora's box, you can never close it. These fans are going to continue to torment. They're going to continue to bully, harass, dox. You get what I'm saying? They're going to do things way beyond the scope of what maybe two men face-to-face would do.
Now, he said they demeanor wasn't winners. You understand what I'm saying? Because they was upset. Now, the people that's upset is people that was not part of the battle. And that's why they're upset. Kendrick is the winner. Kendrick was in the battle, not Dave Free. Not that Anthony Seleha dude you was talking to. None of them was in the battle. So what do you mean that wasn't the demeanor of winners? No, Dave Free didn't win. Dave Free is behind the scenes. He a businessman. He not a public figure. And now, you got silly ass niggas like me. I know not to do it now, but who, if they ever see Dave Free, wants to go, Dave Free. I would have never had a done that if it had not have been for the. You understand what I'm saying?
They're going to do that. But once you open Pandora's box, it's open. And, you know, again, I know I play a very important part in media. So I will.
Accountability, bitch. Oh. Yeah, you play an important part of media because you have a large platform. And not only do you have a large platform, but you continuously bash and spread narratives on your stream. Not just on your damn Twitter page, on your stream as well. Getting on here saying different shit. You done got the man put in a federal lawsuit. I want to whoop your ass too.
Definitely accept that there's a role.
I'm a manager. I don't do nothing illegal. I'm a damn manager. I've been getting legal money for 25 goddamn years, and now the feds come talking about taking my phone because some shit your ass done.
That maybe platforms like mine has, that maybe amplifies some of this Looney Tune behavior. I will say that. But let's be very clear.
Let's be.
Y'all called him a pedophile. He say that man's kid ain't his and it's yours. Y'all man need to go thump it out, shoot it out, figure it out, or keep doing y'all thing. And just remember, as long as the bank account on the 1st and the 15th, they keep ringing, you won. Okay? It ain't that personal to me. But I could tell last night it's very personal. All right?
Man, that's some bullshit. Both of y'all wrong. You punched him. He slapped you. Both y'all wrong. But wait, though. No. He slapped me first. And the question we need to get to the bottom of is why did he feel the need to do that, see? He slapped me. We were just talking. He slapped me. And then I punched him. Don't try to make it like. You understand what I'm saying? Order of shit matters. And the way he throwing shit around. Y'all him. And he keep continuously saying it in the order of, y'all called him a PDF file, so he said the kid ain't yours. That's not how that happened. I could have swore he said the kid is Dave Freeze first. And then came certified lover boy, certified wop. Because after that came the hard part shit. Where he said, I'm too famous. Ain't no way I could be guilty of the shit you just suggested. I would have been arrested. And I ain't never been with nobody underage that's molested. And I'm invested. And I'm way too, yeah.
Tune behavior, I will say that. But let's be very clear. Y'all called him a pedophile. He say that man's kid ain't his and it's yours. Y'all man need to go thump it out, shoot it out, figure it out, or keep doing y'all thing. And just remember, as long as the bank account on the 1st and the 15th, they keep ringing, you won. Okay? It ain't that personal to me. But I could tell last night it's very personal. All right? Let's keep it going, chat. We're going to get on with the stream. We're at day 21. Ain't that a Diddy group? Of the Diddy trial. Day 21. And by the way, let me just also say for the last part. Kendrick fans and Drake fans, I hope y'all hear what I'm saying and take this. Because, and by the way, I think as well, Drake feels the same. I think Drake don't want K-Bots posting his kids. I think they don't want him. I know for a fact he don't enjoy when they're digging up fans that went to a concert in Australia and trying to claim that Drake sexually assaulted them and they're underage. That's weird. Same way, like I have confirmation, Kendrick's team is not amused by people consistently talking about his wife. People consistently talking about other people that are ancillary to these guys. So, I don't know if we'll get back to that. But me and Anthony agreed. Yo, I don't care if y'all want to say Dot's album is whack. Okay, cool, we don't care. Dot's tour was whack. We don't care. Dot can't rap. We don't care. Bringing up these other things, but I'm telling you, and I had to tell them, both sides are doing it. So again, I don't know how this de-escalates if both artists aren't willing to come together. In every feud, at some point, there has to be something, not necessarily a truce, but a understanding that the goodwill of the people is to de-escalate this fanfare. Because right now, OVO fans still feel they're fighting on behalf and for the honor of Drake. And the K-Bots, you know how they get down. K-Bots will have your social, the K-Bots leaked my address. That's another thing. You see, as much as, and this is what I was also surprised by when I heard like Dave Free even say some of the stuff, because I'm in this hip hop shit. I don't take it personally. I know I talk shit though. Niggas have leaked my address. It's on Google. We've had rappers who've asked for my address. People tweeted out. I understand it comes with it when you get into a certain level of controversy and you start talking a certain way.
Yeah, but you in the front, Dave Free not.
I then move accordingly and adjust my life. I was very shocked that the guys who call somebody a pedophile is now saying, damn, man, why niggas still dragging it?
Dave Free ain't called nobody shit. That's the problem. That's the problem. Dave Free ain't called nobody shit. Dave Free ain't said shit. How do Dave Free voice sound? Y'all ever heard Dave Free talk? I'm pretty sure some interviews of Dave Free out there somewhere, but I ain't never heard no goddamn Dave Free until the song.
You get into a certain level of controversy and you start talking a certain way. I then move accordingly and adjust my life. I was very shocked that the guys who call somebody a pedophile is now saying, damn, man, why niggas still dragging it? What? This is what? Okay. Okay, all right. We are at the trial.
Well, the frick done. And sometimes when
Cause he basically trying to say why Dave Free mad, cause y'all called this man a pedophile, and I ain't heard Dave Free say shit. Dave Free got ad-libs on Not Like Us and I missed it. That what happened? Or maybe he helped Kendrick write it. Who ain't write it? Who ain't write it? Who ain't write it? I want to find this story about him getting pulled up on by the weekend people. And I don't know where it's at. Because it wasn't by him. I might not worry about it. Because I can't see why it's not coming up in the recommender. In the side shit. Because there's some shit I don't watch. Day free. Okay. I ain't gonna worry about it. Cause I damn sure watched that shit. He told a story. And them niggas was basically mad. They blaming the security guard that got shot at the Weeknd's manager house. They blaming that on Act. Talking about why you post the address. They feel like that he was responsible for that. Hear the shit. Let's listen to this nigga lie.
Yo, chat, I went to the, well, I'm going back again. I'm back up in that bitch again. What the fuck is this right here? I don't know. It's like fucking me up. Try to wear my heart on thoughts shirt. Feel me? Anyway, yeah, I went to the Weeknd concert yesterday, the Weeknd and Cardi. Amazing show. I love it. I had a great time. This is not a cum stain. Who said this is a cum stain? I'm about to gamble real quick because we about to skedaddle back again. Feel me? Not gonna lie still. I don't even know if I'll mention it on the mainstream. Yo, I get up in there. I'm one of the first people in there. Yo, this shit is bothering me so much. Fuck. First people in there. Yo, the Weeknd security's like 15 niggas? Bro, these niggas look like all they eat is steroids. Big as hell. All of a sudden, I see them doing a beeline. But I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. I don't give two fucks. I'm chilling. I'm looking for my regular ops. I don't see them. I'm drinking. I got some bitch on me. I'm cooling. The dudes start coming over. I see my security step in between. And I'm like, okay. Then Weeknd security, like 3 of them get on my security. And then another nigga who look like he's the main nigga, he's trying to talk to me. And I'm like, so, I'm like chilling. I'm having a great old time. I'm having a great old time. I'm like, so I'm trying to hear what he's talking about, but the securities are doing the security thing. A little pushing, a little this, a little that, a little this, a little that. So I'm like, all right, what's good? So I'm trying to tell my security to chill a bit, but it's his job. He's on because they're trying to move him out of the way to get to me. So I'm trying to be like, nah, I'll have a conversation with anybody. Like, it's not like these niggas came over here swinging. Feel me? So I'm trying to tell him chill, but like, he don't like how their energy is, whatever. So I'm like, yo, what's good? The dude says, yo, why'd you post the Weeknd address online? I ain't gonna lie to you, I still didn't get what he meant. I think this morning I got what he meant because I Googled it. And I think that was a security company that was working for, not Weeknd, but the manager, or not the manager, I think it's Cash. Cash's house got shot up, right? And so it was 2 things I think they pulled up, right? Everybody looks at me like I'm in Drake's team. They look at me like I'm with Drake. like I've never met Drake, but they act like I'm Drake's guy.
And why would they think that?
Obviously because of the platform we hold. It's whatever. So.
Only because of the platform you hold. They think you Drake's boy because of your platform? You ain't do nothing to make people think that?
Look at me like I'm with Drake. like I've never met Drake, but they act like I'm Drake's guy. Obviously because of the platform we hold. It's whatever. So the security was asking, but it makes sense today. A security guard, and I think it's from their team, that got shot at the Weeknd's house. So they're stepping to me like, I'm the one who may have posted the address that set this in motion. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's a fact. Like, everybody knows that has nothing to do with me. I don't know what happened. I've heard what happened. I kind of know in and around what I think is the thing, but whatever. So I'm talking to the dude, whatever. I'm like, nigga, bro, what are you talking about? And then I look at him because he's consistently saying the weekend. And I said to him, I said, brother, who do you think invited me here? And that was the moment. As soon as I said that, they were like, because we're in the weekend section. So the way how it works is at MetLife Stadium. There's Cardi gets a riser. So for all Cardi's guests. So I wasn't Cardi's guest. I was the weekend's guest. So all my tickets are under the weekend. The weekend's assistant gave me tickets. So I said to them, I'm like, nigga, how do y'all think I got here? I have the fucking thing that says the weekend's people. And as soon as I said that, they were like, oh, okay. But that's something where I only say that to say this is how deep some of the stuff gets. Because number one, I really think, I'm not trying to snitch, but who they think is responsible for that, they link me up with those people, which is not true. Like, I'm not with anybody that would get y'all niggas shot at. You get what I'm saying? But the security team took it personal.
The GG's top 5.
Especially when I showed up, because it's one of them that got shot. Remember, the weekends, well, again, it was Cash's house that got shot up. And it was a security guard that got shot. So I get it now. All in all, by the way, I didn't even have to tell y'all this because there's no video of it. But yeah. So that happened. They the funniest part. So after I tell them, I'm like, nigga, you know who invited me here, right? And they're like, it's just de-escalated immediately. But I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't know what y'all talking about though. And I'm like, so I try to dap the security up as they're like walking away. Yo, it's the biggest niggas on earth. Trying to dap them up. They just looked at me and just like walked off. And I'm like, that beef is real. Whatever beef that got that house shot up, ain't got nothing to do with me. But that shit deep. That shit is deep. Because when they see me, they just... So anyway, funny enough, number one, Cash came over, who is the owner of EXO, and me and him chopped it up. It was very clear, and I could tell, honestly, from the whole EXO team, like, it was not... That wasn't some shit EXO was trying to do. By the way, I do business with them. We're good. You know what I mean? I get people love to say I'm like Drake's homie, cool, which I am. But not a street nigga for Drake. Drake should have his own street niggas, right? So, yeah, me and Cash, we talked. Shout out to my man Hawk. I found out that one of the EXO dudes, his name is Hawk. He really fucks with me. He brought me a bottle of Don Julio. And I sat there and I watched Cardi perform. And then I watched who else perform? I watched Cardi and The Weeknd. And yeah, they brought me liquor and we were kicking it.
Let me tell you why we have Spectrum. I'm on a video chat. Melissa's live stream with her audience. The kid.
So. Somebody said The Weeknd lined me up. No, not at all. 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 Again, I'm just, the only reason I even mention it, you get to connect the dots later. Yo, it's some of these things that we don't think about are real events. Like, homie's house did get shot up. The person who got shot was the security guard. They use the same security guard that even goes with them on tour. So when they go on tour, they've probably been wondering or figuring out how did that happen, the shooting? Where did it come from? And obviously in their minds, they're now like, okay, they probably put blame on a few people. I think they were just asking me the question like, bro, why'd you post his address? The thing is, I never post The Weeknd's address directly. And if I did, it was because another nigga they were beefing with probably posted it. You know how I go. So it was all good. It was all good. Somebody said, act change clothes, praise God. Shut up. I got treated with the utmost respect, though. Salute to everybody who was there. I just mentioned that. I only mentioned that because you get to realize, like, even when we hear about, oh, someone got shot at Drake's house and it's a security guard. Like, to us, because it's not Drake that got shot, we're like, huh, okay, whatever. That security guard is probably a security guard that's connected to other people that work for Drake or do stuff for Drake. And then you probably get to realize that, my nigga, they are very well aware and probably trying to figure out what happened, where did it come from, da-da-da-da. And, yeah, so I guess that incident just proved to me, yo, Weeknd's team or EXO's team really not fucking with them OVO niggas. I ain't say OVO did nothing, but that's what it meant to me. I was just like, they really not fucking with them OVO niggas. That's what I think. They had no problem with it, but I could tell, like, yo, they're on their shit. And then that's when I only brought it up because the top 5 thing.
Now, how messy is that? He didn't say they thought I was with OVO. But he's saying because of his encounter, he could tell they don't fuck with them OVO niggas. And then he just brought up top 5 when earlier he said, oh, because somebody I'm affiliated with or I'm connected to that they think is a part of that. And now he naming the nigga by name.
That's when I only brought it up because the top 5 thing. Because I spoke to Pressa. I seen Pressa at the concert. Pressa said to me, what'd he say? What Pressa say? Pressa said he thinks 5 is upset at him because, they're both Drake homies, but Pressa and them start hanging with the XO guys. And I guess Drake and the XO guys don't get along. So Pressa thinks that top 5 is trying to be loyal to Drake by beefing with him because he's hanging with XO. And Pressa's like, I hang out with whoever I want. Like, I could like Drake and still like The Weeknd.
Facts, but if it's real beef, then once you go over there with them niggas, then you over there with them niggas, period.
And me being at that concert, I was like, oh, there's some op beef going on in here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all good. Somebody said, good you had Security Act? But that's it was.
He be playing stupid like he don't know what's going on. He gonna mess around and get himself hurt playing stupid.
What you talking about?
Oh, there's some hot beef going on here. Nigga, you know that? It was a shooting outside the Weeknd manager house, Cash, and it was a shooting outside Drake house. What? You know what's going on?
All right. Let me gamble a little bit, and then I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm sliding back to that bitch. You feel me? One thing you gonna know about Act 2, I'm definitely not pussy too. So, feel me? I could have been like, I could have ran out of there after that shit happened. No, nigga, I'm pulling back up. Okay, I'm pulling back up.
So this version of it, he must have did this twice because somebody else had actually posted this. That's where I saw it from. And he actually showed a picture of them niggas having him cornered at the Weeknd show to security. He showed a picture. He pulled it up and showed it. I want to know who posted this shit, man. Hold on. Let me go in my history. Let me go in my history chat. Damn, I forgot to look at that video, but it's all good. Go in my history. Okay, Dave Free. Let me see. Bear with me, chat. I do not know what page posted that. Hold on, check. Give me a second. Let me look. And I apparently ain't add this shit to no goddamn playlist. down way too far. Did I like this shit? Okay, Dave Free. Oh, okay. I don't have it. I don't have it either way. Because he told that story another way. He told that story another way. Like he showed a picture, unless it was an edit in there and I missed it. It's possible it was an edit in there and I missed it. All right. That's all I got. That's all I got on Act, man. Nigga got pressed twice, man, in 1 week. Nigga went to 2 different shows and got pressed. What? Make sure that's all I got on this nigga. Oh, I want to see footage of this nigga from the Kendrick show. I want to see if I can find that. Akademiks. Because I know he did post. You know that typical shit. Yeah, your big ass outside. Man, shut your ass up. And this is why Dave Free pressed him, because you got Grand Wizard posted shit like Kendrick performing for the colonizers who pay for his lifestyle. Kendrick ran to New York so he could sleep safe and sound. What's this?
That's why I said Kendrick ruined hip hop, because ever since he came with that little battle energy, that's cool. Drake and Pusha T got into it. Niggas said Pusha T won. You know what happened? Niggas moved on, and we just kept getting
this
hits.
old.
This nigga.
This old. They just posted it. Okay. Trying to see if we can find something from the Kendrick show regarding Akademiks. What'd he say?
I think Dot done took the heart of the city, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
He ain't go to the show, but what's this? This is a full shit. Hold on.
I wrote a letter to Trump. I said, Trump, we gotta get Canada as our 51st state. Ain't no way. It's no way. It's no way that should have been allowed to happen in Canada. That's when I realized, and this is not all for my Canadian people, because I love my Canadians, and I do love Toronto. It really was my favorite city in the world. They showed me so much love. But what I seen last night was a city that was misguided, broken, and not knowing the harsh truths behind.
The nigga went and got pressed by Dave Free, turned down the fade, and turn around and start shitting on Toronto.
Behind some of what this battle is about. Let me make no mistake about it. If you are just a Kendrick fan and you're like, no, we're just glad Drake is catching a L or whatever you want to say, cool, you got it. But when I watch Canadians dance, sing till they're losing their voice box, the whole time I'm looking like, do these goofies know that the idea of Not Like Us is not just Drake? It's none of y'all. You realize the sentiment about Not Like Us is not only to Drake, it's all of y'all Canadians. You realize that's how niggas talk about y'all. That y'all have weird accents. Y'all style is from like 3 different countries, Jamaican, Somali, everywhere. That's when I realized, I'm like, yo, these niggas think that song is dissing all y'all niggas. But then that's why I realized, I'm like, you know, I spoke to a lot of people from Canada. They said, yeah, the niggas in Canada, they don't have no shared identity. You see the West Coast, I'll give them this at least. They do have a shared identity. Canada, they don't know what's going on. Again, this is not a Drake thing. If you're saying that, by the way, listen, I call a spade a spade. Big W for that. This is how you should do it. I went there when Drake performed back-to-back in Philadelphia. I'm hip-hop at the end of the day. When he did that, I said, that's how you're supposed to do it. Perform your biggest song.
I'm sorry, because I played this earlier, a shorter version. After listening to him getting pressed by Dave Free, I hear this shit different now.
Song dissing that man in his own city. He can't do nothing about it. That's that W. That's how you crystallize it. Dot did the same. I think he should have went crazier. 6 times. I don't know if Drake could say he's a 6 god if this is how it's going down. This was last night was I was in awe. What is going on out here? Now, granted, obviously, we're not saying Kendrick don't have fans in Toronto or Canada specifically. But what I realize is that I don't think people understand the idea and the overall themes that went behind the battle. This idea of they not like us. I want to let all of you Canadians, no nigga from the
You included in that too, Jamaican ass nigga. No, I'm playing.
West Coast think any of you Canadians are like them. So to see y'all like, it's like the ones that's dancing, they don't think y'all like them either. They just did a robbery on y'all. Now, granted, again, Kendrick makes great music, so there's nothing wrong with just go support his music. But to watch people celebrate, it's not about Drake win or Drake loss. To watch somebody celebrate the idea of kicking the back end of your entire cultural and existence, I looked at Toronto as a place that was lost last night. I said, wow. Yeah, you see, I identify with people from Toronto. I'm going to tell you why. I'm Jamaican. It's a lot of Jamaicans that migrated to.
This nigga been singing the praises of Top 5 and Drake and Mansdem and On the Road and Panman Ting and Toronto Tings, and he was singing their praises. Dave Free told that nigga, we can run the fade right now. And now he on here dissing the whole country of Canada.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Toronto. Toronto is really a mixed hub of a lot of different races, cultures, you know, and
So, yeah, whoever said it earlier, because I said I didn't want to say it, and they said I'm going to say it for you, he pussy. He pussy. He went to that show, and Dave Free let his ass know, and he come right on his stream, start praising Kendrick and dissing Canada. Such a shame. Such a lame.
the back end of your entire cultural and existence, I looked at Toronto as a place that was lost last night. I said, wow. Yeah, you see, I identify with people from Toronto. I'm going to tell you why. I'm Jamaican. It's a lot of Jamaicans that migrated to Toronto. Toronto is really a mixed hub of a lot of different races, cultures, you know, and oftentimes, you know, because we know how Americans are, they'll be like, yo, nah, there's no Canadian guy. Why do they talk like that? Why do they do this? It's the reason why when Drake got in hip-hop, he never used his original accent for a long time. So when I hear a song like Not Like Us, again, I know some people are like, you're making it more than what it is. Yo, if you're talking about Drake and Kendrick, the shit been over. I was definitely going to give the fucking cherry on top of the cupcake because, yes, you performed it in a city. But to watch Canadians, I just want to tell all y'all Toronto niggas, the idea of Not Like Us, none of y'all are like what them niggas is talking about. None of y'all. It's the reason why it says, I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga. Canada has strived so long to be pretty much a city that's seen and accepted. So to see them laugh and dance to their own demise, Drake, I got to keep it a bean with you. It's time you start claiming Houston. It's Houston time.
Didn't I say Drake gotta move?
Drake, you got to leave Canada in the past.
He can't come down here. Granted, I'm in Dallas. Damn it. I mean, he done already bought the house down there. Well, he connected to Jay Prince, so it ain't shit.
Yes, it's Houston time. It's Houston time. It's Houston time. Now, they might do it in Houston, but at least with Houston, it's a different story out there. But watching the Canadians sing a song or sing songs that was denigrating their whole existence, I sat there and think, do the Canadians think that this song is, you know, the West Coast helped Kendrick win the public sentiment of this battle. You know that the fact that Drake's from Canada and people look at y'all like, who the fuck are they? that's kind of why Drake didn't have that much support. And y'all supported this. Yo, Toronto, y'all are cooked, bro. Y'all are cooked. I can't even lie to you. Y'all are cooked. Yo, Drake, it's time to claim Houston, bro. You gotta claim Houston, gang. Go claim Houston. Nah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think the Toronto Raptors gonna win a championship for the next 40 years. This is a curse. The Blue Jays won't win no more. Toronto basically just said, a West Coast. Let me tell you this. And I still think Joey Badass giving the West Coast hell is still because of that nigga Kendrick talking about he coming into New York kicking down the buildings like he's Snoop. No, nigga, you ain't doing shit. You see, New York is a prideful place.
Now don't get your ass on here lying about Joey Badass. Now Joey Badass ain't doing shit. Raven, he couldn't get past Ray Vaughn, in my opinion. That whole era is.
Night I saw Canada get emasculated. We're not talking. The battle with Drake and Kendrick been over, but the nigga dissed y'all exact existence. If you live in Canada today, from Toronto, think about you as a person, as a hip hop fan. The nigga says you're Drake. To Kendrick, you're Drake. Okay? To the majority of people who like music, you're Drake. You're not like everybody else. You're from Canada. That's how they look at you. I don't look at y'all like that. I love y'all. That's how they look at you. Watching y'all sit there and parade to it, I said, they might be right. Them niggas might be right. Drake, you got to start claiming Houston, bro. You got to start claiming Houston, bro. It's over. You got to start claiming Houston. Yeah. Watching that disgraceful output by Canada last night,
I said this shit right here. The nigga. I said this shit right here. Wait a minute. That's how embedded this song the nigga is in a stadium full of Canadians who he not like and they yelling they not like.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
That's how I couldn't believe that shit last night when I seen it. Not night 2, night 1. This is from night 1. I embedded this song the nigga is in a stadium full of Canadians who he not like and they yelling they not like.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking.
This is what this is what he's saying. I couldn't believe it either. That's what I was in the middle of saying. How historical this was. What we looking at. What Kendrick has really done. That's how embedded this song. I'm not a Kendrick Glazer. I'm not a super Kendrick nothing. I'm not a super nothing to nobody. I'm a fan of hip hop. And I like when I see amazing shit. And this is amazing shit. And I'm so glad that I am alive to witness this as a rap fan, as a rapper, as a person who grew up in hip hop, who has seen this shit before. This is the biggest battle in the history of all battles ever. That's how embedded this song the nigga is in a stadium full of Canadians who he not like and they yelling they not like.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Ridiculous, man.
I realized that.
And go watch the stream of the shows, and you'll see why I was reacting like that when Kendrick performed Not Like Us and then stand up there for 3 goddamn minutes and people yell nonstop for 3 goddamn minutes, constantly yelling for him to do it again. Not like us. Play the song again. Not like us.
Like, I won't say Canadians got no pride, but them Canadians in that building had zero pride. Nigga, I would at least censored myself on certain lyrics. Even if I was a fan. Hold on now. If I'm a fan of you and you dissing, you said all these Jamaican bitch niggas, I'm like, hold on now. I realized them niggas had no pride last night, man. No pride. Cause I asked y'all the question. Y'all think Drake could go over there and say, the West Coast ain't got no this, the West Coast ain't this, and West Coast niggas sing to it? Nah. Even if they like Drake, they just won't sing that. Canada, Toronto.
And this is something I came up with last night when I was thinking about the shit and I forgot to say it. How about this? What if the people in the stadium feel like I understand that the song is about Canadians, but what if the Canadians that's in the stadium feel like, shit, nigga, Drake not like us? We understand that Kendrick is saying that we're not like him, because we not. We from Canada, eh? But them niggas over there at OVO ain't like us.
I'm gonna holler at Trump, man. Y'all gotta become the 51st state, man. After what I seen last night, y'all need some exercises in pride. Yo, this is where we from. Fuck that other shit. It ain't even about Drake. But y'all don't got it. So, y'all might as well just fold on. Y'all could come in after Idaho. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just adopt Canada. That shit was crazy last night. W. I keep saying dot. You got the second night tonight? Perform that shit 6 times. There's no pride there. There's no Canadian pride. Just perform that shit 6 times.
Now your comment makes sense. This whole ass nigga was trying to discourage people from not going. This bitch ass nigga is trying to use reverse psychology.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Oh.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Now, didn't you just earlier say, I don't know why people think I'm with OVO. I'm down with Drake. Drake is my boy. He is. But you get in front of EXO and you say, oh no, it wasn't like that. I ain't do that. So you don't get your ass packed out. You get in front of Dave Free, who directly say to you, nigga, if it's personal, we can get active. What's bracking, blood? And you ducked it. Oh, no, it's not personal. It's just I have a news outlet and I have to do my job. And, the same thing. I don't mean any harm. And the only reason why I post, and you got the explaining. You got the stutter. I can tell you're lying because you're replying. Stutter. Yeah, when you was in front of Dave Free. Yeah, that's what you were doing. And then you turn around and come on your stream. And you're jeffing for the OVOs. That's what you're doing. You dissing like you trying to do the reverse psychology. You trying to stop people from going to the show. Like a OVO. And you wonder why people think you down. Yeah, I'm OVO. When them niggas come around, I'm just Big Act though. But when they leave, I be OVO again.
If I'm that, I would perform every day. So I don't even perform no other song. Just to let niggas know. That nigga's on the stage just violating Canada the whole time. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga, Big Pac, turn in his grave. What the fuck? Again, it's not about, if y'all want to say the Drake, Kendrick shit, that's a dub for Dot. I gave Drake a dub against, I call it spade a spade. I gave Drake the dub for doing it in Philly. I gave Drake the dub for doing it in Philly. But trust me, Philly niggas got some pride. If there was a song that said all these bitch ass Philly niggas, they're not singing it like that. It's not happening. To me, when I listen to that shit, both Euphoria and that, the idea of they not like us, a lot of it is Canada, which, by the way, he literally spells it out. This is what a lot of niggas think about Canada, not I. They think y'all niggas are cultureless because when they hear y'all, they hear Jamaicans. When they hear y'all, they hear some of y'all beats sound like the UK. They hear y'all, they hear other places. That's why Kendrick say y'all run to this, y'all run to that, y'all run to this, y'all run to that. And that's what people think of Canadians. It's crazy. No, I'm sorry. Not me. I love Canada and I love Toronto. But last night I realized, and it's not all Canadians or Torontonians, it's the niggas that was in the building, they're culturally clueless. They don't realize that Kendrick is dissing their entire, he's dissing Drake, 100%. But he's dissing their entire existence. After that, Drake, you better start claiming Houston, bro. That shit's over. That shit's over. I don't want to hear no more. That shit's over. Disgraceful. Shit was disgraceful. That shit was disgraceful. Disgraceful.
Now, I do have another theory though, which would kill all my excitement and things about the whole "they not like us." He did say Canadian nigga in Euphoria, but he didn't say anything about Canadians in They Not Like Us. He specifically spoke about, he named them. He named them. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hamming down. Party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified that about a wop, 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 dot fucking up, wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor, which he's talking about Drake. And then the hook comes, they not like us, right? In his second verse, he continues on to diss Drake directly. And then, even in the breakdown, when the run to Atlanta and the colonizer, he's talking specifically to Drake. And in the end of it, he says, OV hoes. Well, them other Canadians ain't OVO, just the OVO people. And then also, he says, during the fast part, and your homeboy needs subpoena, that predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas. Your homeboy needs subpoena. Who? Baca, because he has a weird case. So why is he around? Your homeboy needs subpoena, the predator moving flocks, that name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas. He got the lyrics on the screen. We didn't get to the video ended. Put the wrong label on me, I'm gonna get him dropped. You see what I'm gonna get him dropped. Say Drake. You see what I'm saying? But, you know. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The OV hoes. The industry could hate me. Fuck them all in their mama. Because it's known in the industry that you don't go against Drake because he's been that guy. And he can get your whole career shit down. He has a lot of relationships. Right? That's why Kendrick say the industry could hate me after this. They can hate me. Fuck them all in their mama. And then he asked him, how many ops you got? How many ops you really got? I mean, there's too many options. Is he talking about all the Canadians? I thought that sounded like he talking specifically to Drake. Finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible of God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down whole time. I know he got some hoe in him. Hoe in him, not them, as in Canadians. No, him, Drake. No, he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully that fro on him, the fro on him, say Drake. I hear you like him young. You bet not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, make sure you hide your little sister from him. Tell me Chubb's the only one to get your hand-me-down. Party at the party. This all before the hook ever play. Party at the party, playing with the nose now. Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wop, 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 wop. That fucking. Are you trying like a bitch? Trying to strike a chord, probably A minor. Then they not like us. Them OVO niggas. They not like us. But I shouldn't even broke it down like that. Because I like the idea of the Canadians ain't like us. But I mean, hey, I could be wrong. Because it could just be a stadium full of Canadians that don't like Drake. And, you know, what the hell is this nigga talking about?
See Drake booking a show at Crypto,
Of course.
selling it out,
For sure.
people enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Kendrick is booking a show at the Scotiabank Arena and people not showing up to just boo him. Like, I don't think Drake gets booed in LA at the crypto at his show. I can 100% see Kendrick getting booed all night at a Scotiabank Arena show.
It's no secret that Toronto loves Drake. I would never debate that, and I think there's a large group of people
Where's Scotiabank Arena?
that would buy tickets to go boo Kendrick Lamar.
See,
I
the
agree with you
difference
there,
is-
but you also have to think that Kendrick Lamar, for the last decade, has built a pretty substantial Toronto market.
No,
and
I'm not-
Canada market
you
as
missing-
is that are just Kendrick Lamar fans.
Oh, okay. That's the name of the arena in Toronto. See, I wasn't familiar because I only know the name of the stadium.
I think there's a large group of people that would buy tickets to go boo Kendrick Lamar.
See, the
I agree with you
difference
there,
is-
but you also have to think that Kendrick Lamar, for the last decade, has built a pretty substantial Toronto market.
No,
and
I'm not-
Canada market
you
as is
missing-
that are just Kendrick Lamar fans
You
and
missing-
want to go see him
All right,
perform.
You missing what I'm saying. Okay, so let me explain like this. I think that Drake will do a show in LA, while people in LA may not, they'll boo him, but I think it'll be a lot of people there that will definitely support Drake. I don't think I could say the same as far as Kendrick going to Toronto. I think everybody that goes to a Kendrick show in Toronto is going there strictly to try to ruin his show
What?
and boo him. I think so.
Oh, this nigga trolling.
I think there would be
He trolling.
people that would
Maul ain't that stupid. He trolling.
do that, but not at the,
Drake is the biggest export out of Canada.
But he might be that big of a dick rider. I don't know.
Probably.
You know they used to call him OVO Maul when he was on the pod.
Tim Hortons would like a word.
Well, second. Maybe third. The Maple Leafs is probably.
Yeah.
But after that, Kendrick is not the
Wayne
third.
Gretzky,
Kendrick is
Jim
not the,
Carrey,
Kendrick is not the third biggest export out of LA.
Beeves, bro.
Like you, Kendrick.
Seth Rogen.
Kendrick is not the third biggest export out of LA. He's not.
Yeah, cocaine is.
I'm just saying he's not. So I think that this is where this is interesting, because I do think if Drake announced a show in crypto right now, it sells out. In
I think
10
you're just
minutes.
underestimating the amount of just regular rap fans that would want to go see a Kendrick Lamar show. Because at this
Duh.
point now we're arguing who would buy the tickets quicker, because it's selling out regardless.
Of course.
But which group is going to sell it out is really the debate, I guess, at this point. Because there's a large group of people.
Let's see it. Both of you niggas book a show. Kendrick, book a show in Toronto. Drake, book a show at the crypto. And let's goddamn see what happens.
How old is this clip? Because Glasses Malone posted this 14 hours ago. It said somebody check on Maul.
Fuck it. Give it to
No.
us. Let's see it.
I don't even like the way you're wording it.
Why?
Because this clip aged badly.
Because now you're baiting people. See, I told you had the knife.
No, I want to see it.
Snitching. Oh, you good, bro?
I want to. No, I really want to see. I really want to see if I'm willing to. I just want to see what happens. Like, prove me wrong. But I just think that a show in Toronto right now for Kendrick is different from a show in LA for Drake. I think it's different. I think the response.
Yeah,
is different.
I don't disagree with you there that it is different, but I just think you're underestimating how many Kendrick fans are in the greater Toronto area.
And Kendrick is one of the biggest rappers that we've ever seen, ever had. I get that. But I just think that this is very different when you talk about having to go to Toronto versus having to go to LA.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you talk about the star power of Drake versus the star power of Kendrick.
I get it.
I just think Toronto, I just think Canada just holds it differently than LA holds.
This might be an ignorant take, but this is how I honestly feel. I think Maul is not because he's talking about the star power of Drake going to in LA. And I know LA is big, but I think Maul is not taking into consideration the gang power in LA. Because if they all unanimously decide, I ain't even gonna elaborate on that. So, shit, what is this? Oh my God, this shit 50 minutes. What? What's that? Oh no, we
Like us,
ain't doing the music.
a lot of it is Canada, which, by the way, he
Okay, so that was a snippet from that.
By the way, I just remember the point. Yo, Canada, y'all know I love y'all like I love y'all like second to none, like not like Jamaica, but like right about there. But like, yo, all y'all Toronto niggas, I need y'all to explain to me how y'all was singing all them Kendrick songs, and maybe you I think it was a humiliation ritual. It's like they thought, oh no, he dissing Drake. No, he dissing you, nigga. He dissing you, fuck nigga. Whoever was at that, he was dissing you. I know he's just dissing OVO. The nigga said, I'm glad D Rose came home.
I don't know you. I can't pronounce that. Jacquee. Right. I literally just broke down the lyrics. I agree with you. Now, Ak is pulling, okay, so this might have been the part that was cut off for the other one when he pulled up the lyrics. Okay, so he said, I'm glad D Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. Because he's talking about the Toronto Raptors.
Y'all bitch ass niggas didn't deserve him neither. If you don't know, DeRozan was a basketball player who played for the Toronto Raptors. Kendrick is saying the city is so bitch made.
But he was hanging with Drake, didn't he? Wasn't he supposed to say some shit like Drake was like a brother to him or some shit like that? Yeah, he was hanging with the OV hoes. It makes sense. I'm glad D Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither.
They didn't deserve a good basketball player that came from Compton. Y'all ain't deserve him. Come back over here. I ain't gonna lie. Toronto, I'm gonna have Trump make y'all the 51st state. Y'all don't have no pride. Y'all don't have no pride. He said, I'm glad D Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him either. You think that's Drake? You know, they're like, no, he wasn't dissing Canadians. He was dissing Drake. He was only dissing. I'd rather do that than make a Canadian nigga turn in his grave. Okay. I'm glad D Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. Who's y'all? DeRozan sucks in my book. I don't want him on my team. Actually, I don't care. I don't got no team.
I don't even watch sports, damn it. Drake and DeMar DeRozan were close friends when DeRozan played for the Toronto Raptors. However, their relationship has become stained due to DeRozan's appearance in Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, and his involvement with Lamar. Drake has publicly criticized DeRozan and even tossed a DeRozan jersey off stage during a concert like a bitch. And then went up to the game and stared him down and wasn't going to do shit like a bitch. Here you go staring at it. Look at Darren. Look at Darren looking like an old white woman. Look at this nigga. You don't intimidate nobody. You're like an old white woman, man. You go call the police? Yeah, man. He voiced you. Oh my, I was extremely hurt. I thought we was closer than that. He was like a brother to me. And it came to him in the time of depression or some dumbass shit like that. Nigga from Compton. Nigga, don't nothing come above the hood. Nigga, ain't nothing bigger than the program, blood.
But still, who he talking about? Toronto Raptors. Basically saying.
And I keep saying blood. I'm not a gang member. I'm not a gang member at all. I'm saying that because I'm referencing people from the blood section of Compton. Yeah.
The Toronto man's is wastemen's. Glad D Rose came home. Y'all Toronto niggas didn't deserve him. Whole time he's comparing it to what y'all couldn't do in LA. He's comparing it to Pac. Toronto, we should have a prayer vigil tonight, and I'm down to lead it. I'm down to lead it.
They tried.
You got to get your pride back.
They tried that shit and they shut it down. They was giving out hoodies and free pizza and it didn't happen.
Crazy. This was an amount.
And then the people went broke spending all their money on the hoodies and was asking for donations.
Escalation of the whole city. I'm sorry to tell y'all. There was niggas in Toronto singing, I'm glad D Rose came home. The funny thing is, stupid. That's your home, dummy. Dummy. He left y'all team to go to America. I'm glad D Rose came home. We didn't deserve him neither. Dummy. What's going on in Canada? In Toronto? This is what, again, Yo, the nigga been doing his victory lap on Drake. We're not trying to take nothing away from him. Like, he got a victory lap at Super Bowl. He got a victory lap at Grammys, whatever. He got a victory lap here. We just wondering why Toronto niggas is doing a humiliation ritual. They're dissing themselves. This is the line they're crip walking to. How y'all crip walking in? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's funny how, cause the whole time I've been covering this shit, that's like all the blogs was posting after night one, Kendrick Lamar performing Not Like Us. And I was amazed at it, how he had Canadians singing that. Now it's crazy. I'm a rapper and I don't know how this shit slipped past me. Maybe it was just the excitement or what. And I had the same position because I was amazed at how he had all these Canadians singing this song about they not like us. And then I had the thought of another perspective. Well, wait a minute. What if them Canadians that's in there feel like Drake and them not like them? Which made me start, I had that thought. And then I started watching this nigga. And then from watching this nigga, it made me really start thinking about the lyrics. And I said, wait a minute. This nigga wasn't talking about Canadians. He was talking about Drake and the OV hoes. And I realized, like, wait a minute. He named who wasn't like them. He named them. Say Drake. It's the first name. And Timmy Chubb's the only one to get your hammer down. Party at the party playing with his nose now. Baka got a weird case. Why is he around certified little boy, certified pedophile? You know what? Yeah, so. That was a good one. He tried, but them tickets were sold and them people was up in there. I seen it with my own eyes. I got a whole stream. And they was absolutely singing. Akademiks. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Man, I know you hear them goddamn people. All right. So that's all I got on the Akademiks getting pressed. I thought he got pressed and he changed his tune. No, he got pressed and got mad and decided to go on his stream and try to reverse psychology the people into not going after they done spent their money, or to either go and not enjoy themselves, which is crazy. I mean, you have a big platform and a big voice act, but it's kind of wild, buddy. It's kind of wild. And then your platform is bashing Kendrick. He performing for the colonizers who pay for his lifestyle. You calling the people who went to the show colonizers? Them not Kendrick words. Them y'all words. Them Grand Wizard words. Right there. Because Kendrick ain't never said Canadians was colonizers. He said Drake was not a colleague. He was a colonizer. He said nothing about Canadians or people from Toronto. Like, I don't know how all of a sudden I'm seeing, not all of a sudden, but just, you get what I'm saying? I'm seeing this shit through a different lens. Because I'm looking at this, say Akademiks say Canadians should feel embarrassed after Kendrick Lamar violated Drake in his hometown. And I'm going, like, I'm looking at this shit different now, and I'm going, why? Why? He ain't say shit about us. He talking about Drake now. We don't like that nigga.
I was in awe. What is going on out here? Now, granted, obviously, we're not saying Kendrick don't have fans in Toronto or Canada specifically. But what I realize is that I don't think people understand the idea and the overall.
Oh, okay. No, I already seen this. Okay. But yeah, whatever. That nigga got pressed by Dave Free and got mad. Oh, that poor baby. That poor baby got him feeling hurt when Dave Free say, is this personal for you? Like I'm saying, blood, we can get on, blood. Like I'm saying, what you on, blood? Cause you know that nigga got him feelings hurt. Oh, and he had security. Oh shit. All right, that's all I got on Act Getting Pressed. Shit. God dang, this nigga here got pressed and. All right, let me see what else I got. Little baby smacked Aiden Ross. What? When this happened? June 12th.
I'm sorry.
That wasn't real.
You see me walk
No, that wasn't. Okay, that was some cap ass shit. I thought we had some.